Welcome back, y'all, to another TK Breezy video. We are going to continue this list of every character synopsis. Now, if you didn't watch the first video covers Mario through Ganondorf, and you can go ahead and catch that in the link below. But yes, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to do now Mewtwo all the way to Little Max. So let's go ahead and start off real easy with Mewtwo. Mewtwo was a character that was actually he's pretty dominant in 4. He has since then lost some of that dominance in this game. One of the big things that people talk about with Mewtwo is that his tail now has a hitbox, which thus makes dash dancing not as effective with him, because like you're dashing away, but your hitbox is still there, and a lot of times that just ends up getting you like sweet spotted. Especially if you're playing against like Mars, you get tippered a lot for that. But outside of that little nuance, Mewtwo still has a lot of kill power. His disable seems to work a lot better in this game. Confusion's pretty good. He has a decent grab follow-ups, and then of course on top of that, his up throw and back throw will both kill. The issue with Mewtwo though is, yes, you are a large character and you're light. So being large and light in this game is usually not a good combination, because that just means you're gonna get sent packing way faster than anybody else in this game, and that sucks. But yeah, man, I think Mewtwo has some pretty cool tricks though. His Shadow Ball is nice. You get Shadow Ball, like B reverse mix-ups. Neutral air is nice to just kind of slide through the air with. You got, you know, warp stuff, because the warp is lands. If you hit the ground with it, you can act out of it way faster than other games. So that's nice. But for the most part, I think Mewtwo has lost a lot of his luster from 4. One, because air dodging is different in this game, and you can't air dodge all over the place. The ledge is different in this game, and just in general, that big tail thing is not great. So unfortunate. But if you still like the Pokemon, I feel like, you know, as I said, I don't think there's really anyone in this game that is just impossible to play. I just think you'll have a harder time, and you have to be wary of more things when you're playing Mewtwo. All right, moving on, we got Roy and Chrom. I'm just gonna put them together, even though there are slight differences. I will talk about them at the same time. Roy and Chrom share most of their moveset except for up B, where Chrom's up B is more like Ike's up B, and Roy is still using, you know, Roy's up B and whatnot. But outside of that, the other two differences that they have is that Roy's sword hitbox is in the his good hitbox is near his hand, so basically the hilt, which means you're kind of boxing with Roy more so than any other sword character. But Chrom's sword is like the Lucina sword, where it's all good hitbox. These characters are good at aggression. They're fast, they're sticky, they have good aerials that they can drift through the air with. They have a good jab that they can actually throw out more often than not when they do land on your shield with the aerial. They have follow-ups off that jab. They have good kill power, and yeah, they're just a really solid swordsman. The issue with these characters though is that their recovery sucks, but then again, that's even kind of an understatement, because of the fact that their air drift is so good, is that they have a very usable air dodge forward, because they can drift back in way far before they use their double jump and then up B and stuff like that. So yes, if you are good at catching air dodges, then yes, you'll definitely go out there and get them. But for the most part, like, it's not as bad as it originally looked. I know people were definitely like, yeah man, this character sucked, can't believe, like, and then now we see, you know, well, for a while we saw these characters popping off. I think there's still some pretty good Chrom and Roy representation out there, but for the most part, like, I feel like the first year of Ultimate, they were all over the place, just tearing up the brackets. So yeah, if you want a fast swordsman who can get the job done, who can rush his opponent down, who can pretty much just mix up his opponent by dash dancing with speed, then these are the characters for you. If you want stronger hits, because you want to go even further in, I play Roy. But if you want to still use your sword like a sword, then play Chrom. Game & Watch. Now, I've definitely had a lot of Game & Watch has been all over the place, for the sole fact that I feel like when Game & Watch first came out, all you lying ass Game & Watchers were trying to say this character was bad, right? They were like, oh, the forward air is different, it's so bad, right? Just simply negating that shields in this game aren't nearly as good, because of the, you know, the shield stun plus the jump squat thing and all that other good stuff. But Game & Watch don't hear none of that. I mean, it's shield stun plus the shield drop being mad long, but Game & Watch don't be hearing none of that, because up B out of shield is that hot shit. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, we just won't be doing that. You know what I mean? We just won't be lying about the fact of how good this character is. Game & Watch is nuts. You have up B out of shield. You can act out of it. Most people can't catch you when you up B out of shield, so even if they block it, you're still resetting neutral. You have good kill power. You have invincible up smash. You have down smash, F smash setup. You got a good dash attack. You got a great projectile. You have another great projectile within forward airs of just dropping it on people. That's easy pressure. I don't want to hear it. This character is nice. If you want a character that is, I will say, I feel like this character is definitely gimmicky, but I will say if you want a character that will definitely mix up the opponent off just visuals alone, Mr. Game & Watch is it. He is a lighter character for sure though, but most of the time if you're getting hit too much, that's on you. You have an easy get out of jail free card with up B out of shield all the time. You have a reflector and a projectile absorber, which then makes everyone too afraid to throw projectiles at you because they don't want them to be absorbed or they don't want to be reflected back at themselves. So yeah, Game Watch kind of nuts. Game Watch kind of nuts. Just that's all I can say about that character. He's kind of nuts. Meta Knight. This character is definitely falling by the wayside in comparison to Brawl, but I don't think this character is bad. I just think that because Brawl Meta Knight was so good that nobody even looks at Meta Knight anymore because they're like, this character sucks, whatever, right? And like, it's never going to be back to Brawl Meta Knight. But Meta Knight's not definitely every iteration of Meta Knight will never ever get back to Brawl because Brawl's Meta Knight was a mistake for sure. But Meta Knight still does Meta Knight things. It's very fast, has multiple jumps, has good combos, has some pseudo zero deaths. I think he actually has a real zero death somewhere up in there too, but has a decent amount of long strings off of like one grab or a dash attack. That's pretty much your whole game plan though. You're pretty much going to be like moving around trying to find your way in with a dash attack or a dash grab, or maybe even like a neutral layer. You can get your down tilts going as well. But for the most part, like, yeah, it's dash attack, dash grab, and then whatever follow-ups you can get off that. His recovery is still pretty good because of the multiple jumps. You don't have glide like Brawl, but like, who needs it because you have multiple jumps. He has decent air momentum. You do have a sword, so there's some level of disjoint in there. And you're pretty fast. So I feel as though like this character's not that bad on paper. I just think in practice, because it's not Brawl Meta Knight and you saw the power of where Meta Knight could be, then like it's just not fun. It's just not. It feels like it's not worth to play this version of Meta Knight because of how good he was before and that he'll never reach that again. However, if you want a fast swordsman that can rush you down, that can be slightly annoying with his 50-50 on dash grab or dash attack, which is also kind of a hard move to punish, the dash attack, by the way. If you like spot dodge it, then definitely play Meta Knight. So solid character, I think. Maybe not as good as, or not maybe not, definitely not as good as he was in his past primes, but still I think is a decently solid character. Pit and Dark Pit. So these characters have been called honest since the beginning of time, and that's been a pretty true statement. I think in this game, every time Pits come out, everyone says they're better, but then they just go back to where they were at. So in this game, they have pretty similar moves and whatnot. So basically Dark Pit and Pit, the only difference is the upper dash arm and this, well, whatever Dark Pit side B is called. The upper dash arm sends up, straight up, and then side B for Dark Pit sends the 45-degree angle. So it's easier for killing to the side. So if you're playing against like a heavier character, I usually would go for that. But if you're playing against a lighter character who can go off the top, I would usually go for Pit. And then their arrows, Dark Pit's arrows don't like have as much maneuverability, but they are way stronger than Pit's arrows. So if you want arrows that can potentially kill, then go for that. But if you want more controlling your arrows, then play Pit. Other than that, they're pretty much the same character. Pit has been getting buffs like all throughout the game. He is just like almost every patch he's got another buff. Right now, Pit's I think is a pretty good spot. His down tilt is good for combos. Down throw is good for combos. Your up air is good for KOing now, which is nice because I feel like you're supposed to be trying to shark people all the time anyway with this character because you have multiple jumps. You have good kill power on your smash attacks, although F smash is pretty unsafe. It's the step back that usually catches everybody, just like Link. Step back F smash. It has some deceptively long range in front of it too, so people don't be expecting it to hit sometimes when they land, but they will get hit. You do have your down B, which is like a pseudo air shield, but also a reflector, which will sometimes get you through some pressure. You have a very long recovery, will get you back to stage from pretty much anywhere. Unfortunately, your recovery does not have a hitbox, so that means you can get sniped out of that. So be wary of that. But you do have 3 jumps, so you can and arrows, so you can try to make your way back to the stage with a couple projectiles and jumps as well. I think Pit, even with all this power though, Pit does have an issue killing because like most of the stuff that he tries to kill with is very telegraphed. But he does have an easier time racking up damage. You have the Kid Icarus Nares, which is just a spinning Nair that has multiple hitboxes. That's the Kid Icarus Nares. They go crazy. And yeah, I don't know. This character, it's a solid character. I'm not really sure why Pit is continuously getting held down by, outside the fact that it's like a sword character with not that much sword range. But he seems relatively fast, or he seems decently fast in this game. He seems like he has good kill power, and he seems like he has good combos. But something about this character just does not click to the point where he ends up ever getting past like mid high tier every time. So, but I think it's a solid character, and if you're trying to pick up the game, I think Pit's a pretty good character to start with. But also, I just think that if you have very good, solid fundamentals of Smash, then I think you will be able to do something with Pit. So, moving on, we got ZSS. This character's fucking annoying. This character does not respect the laws of neutral. These characters will camp in your face and then lie to you about it. They'll be like, yeah, man, I'm actually playing really aggressive, when they're really not, because like the thing about Zero Suit Samus is that like she does not have to really approach. She has large hitboxes and she's very fast, so she can always space out stuff like Nair and Zair and things, and then punish your missed punish or something like that. You also have your paralyzer, you have your down B, you have your down B, your flip jump to get out of most situations. You have your paralyzer, your neutral B, you have your down smash to get free combos, and you have a pretty good combo damage and just good aerials in general. So the next time some ZSS says they're playing aggressive, just watch the way they're playing, bro, because they're literally just in your face throwing out moves until you make a mistake, and that is camping in your face. However, I'm not gonna say this character's not bad though. This character's great. This character, I think that boost kick being nerfed a little bit definitely kind of hurt the character, but for the most part, I mean, this character still can go out there and get the KOs with, well, you have side B for a KO on stage, you have back air for KO off stage, you have flip jump for a KO off stage. You can still up B KO on stage out of shield or off a down smash, which most people will end up rolling into eventually, or your paralyzer neutral B. So there's that. You are one of the fastest characters in the game, and you have an easy way of getting out of most pressure with the flip jump. As I said, I know I've said this multiple times, but I just need to really hammer that one home. Flip jump is busted, and it's really easy to get out of pressure in this game. So you know, do that if you're worried about being pressured. And other than that, yeah, man, this character's dope. If you're looking for a fast, speedy character that can play aggressive if she wants to, but can also just put like pseudo pressure on your opponent by like kind of just being around them, in front of them, and kind of baiting out rolls and punishing those accordingly, then Zero Suit Samus is your character. Wario is in an interesting spot because I feel like there's only one good Wario out here right now. However, Wario is, in my opinion, a good character. I think that Wario will always never, well, I feel like Wario will never be out the game as long as Waft is available and you are in your last stock. So even if it's like, even if you're in your last stock and the other opponent's at 120 on their second stock, and you finally find that KO and you still have Waft and you're at like 140 now, that game is still, that's an even game, because if you get one Nair combo or anything like that, that's a Waft. That's either going to do enough damage for you to be able to go for an edge guard, or you're going to just go out for the KO. And yeah, I mean, either one of those work. But regardless, Wario did lose some stuff from the older games. He can't use his tires anymore like he could in Brawl, which I think was actually, I'm sure Wario players would have wanted that back. That seemed like a pretty cool little projectile. His bike seems to be pretty good in this game. He has pretty good recovery because of the bike and his aerial momentum. Your back air is good for KOs, and your F tilt, your down tilt dash attack works well. All your smashes are pretty strong too, but unfortunately they're pretty slow. So that's one of the issues with Wario, is that his smashes are kind of slow. As far as like the ones that KO, like down smash is pretty quick, but it's not really like the one you go for KOs. It's F smash and up smash, and up smash ain't that quick, and neither is F smash. So But who needs that when you can just back air people or wait for a half waft and go for the KO like that? Wario has a lot of aerial momentum and drift, so you can be pretty tricky with your aerial movement, something like jigs. Thus meaning that you can find your openings with aerials more often than anything. So yeah, good character. I would like to see this character more. I'm not sure why we haven't seen too much of him lately, but yeah, definitely a decent character in my book. So if you're looking for a trickier character who has a good comeback mechanic, Wario's that guy for sure. Snake. Snake, good stuff for Snake getting back to the game. Snake's inclusion in Brawl was super sick. Snake was, I think, undoubtedly the second best character of the game, maybe second or third. Was contended, I think, with Falco for a while. Everyone knew that Meta Knight was the best, but then it was like kind of a toss-up for the second one. But Snake in this game is right back to his roots. He is a zoner who can scrap if he needs to, but for the most part, you're zoning and you're just using your grenades and stuff as placements for that. So if you ever decide to use, you know, if you ever decide to play a zoner, this is the zoner that you this is the zoner that I feel like you would have a great time playing. Not only do you have grenades, you have your Nikita, which is a controlled rocket. You have up B, which is mortars, which is good for edge pressure, and also they're actually pretty strong. You have down B, your C4, which you can leave on platforms and stuff, and the explosion's huge. So a lot of the times people will get killed by that. I mean, the character just has stuff. You have a up tilt that is still one of the stronger up tilts in the game. It used to be super nice in Brawl, but it did get its power nerfed a little bit in here. But it's still super good for KOs. You have good tilts just in general, yeah, I mean, this character is like he hits hard. I think one of the bigger issues with Snake is if you don't know how to recover, you're going to get blown up. You know, Snake is a very high recovery person because anytime you recover low, you're just setting yourself up to get spiked. If you can't air dodge to the ledge, so you gotta usually double jump and immediately up B to get super high up, and then kind of mix up your landing with B reverse grenades and or B reverse Nikitas and or B reverse C4s, and hope for the best as you're landing. But yeah, man, Snake's a pretty good character. I'm not sure. I wouldn't say he's definitely not number 2 in this game like he was in Brawl, but he's definitely up there for sure. I think he's a solid character in his own right, and I think that if you want a zoning character with some pretty good kill power outside of his projectiles, then this is a character for you, for sure. All right, Ike. Ike's kind of nice in this game, bro. I feel like it's been a long time coming for Ike though, because Ike wasn't really that nice in Brawl, even though there was Ike players that was doing it. Ike was pretty decent in 4, but in this game, Ike just, I mean, they take one thing away and give him another thing. So remember, Ike used to be able to do neutral airs, up airs for the KOs, right? And at certain percentages, I think you actually still can do that on certain people in percentages, but for the most part, your new combo option is just to up B. And why? Because up B is invincible on start, or has super armor on start, and it's super strong. So it's just, I mean, it's just nice. It's just nice. You got a large sword. You're relatively quicker in this game because of the jump squat thing, so you can do stuff out of shield better. Your neutral air is kind of annoying to deal with. Again, it is a large sword, so of course that is always going to be an issue to deal with for people who do not do well against swords or do not have disjoints themselves. I think Ike right now is probably in the best spot that he could be. I'm sure that like they didn't want to use the neutral air up air stuff, but just being able to get that up B for the KO in so many different spots is always nice. I do think that Ike can kind of struggle with people who are a little faster than him, or not little, much faster than him, because you can just be trying to zone him out as well. But for the most part, I think it's a solid character. So if you're looking for a heavier swordsman who actually is decently quick for what it's worth. I mean, you have quick draw as well. Your recovery is sometimes hard to beat out for the sole fact that you throw your sword up. Unlike Chrom, Ike throws his swords up, so you have to watch out for that. Unfortunately, if you are getting countered, you're going to die anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, man, Ike is a very heavy swordsman with good power on his moves. He also has that Ganondorf-esque read F smash, even though he had it first. But yeah, you just hit someone in something and then try to do a step back F smash off a read of their air dodge, and that's most likely a death as well. but who needs that now because you can just up B. So yeah, strong swordsman, do it up, good character. Pokemon trainer. So we got to go through all three of them. Well, I guess we could just talk about them as a whole and what I normally see. So I do think this character can be soloed if you want. Like if you want to play each character solo, like there is a way to do that, but I feel like that is kind of detriment to the character. So, well, Squirtle's a small character with good combos. It seems as though Squirtle is actually slow, but he's really not. He has pretty good aerial speed. His ground dash is not that slow, but it's fast enough for him to do what he needs to do. So he has good combos. He has a jab lock set up off of his F tilt, which is what you'll see most Squirtles just kind of thrown out because that move is super quick and virtually unpunishable. But if you get a F tilt, you can jab lock F smash for the KO, or you can F tilt and then switch. So that's because you need some space. So yeah, Squirtle's a good character though. I think I've always wanted to play solo Squirtle myself. He's actually one of my favorite Pokemon. And I think that you can rack up the damage relatively quickly. But usually what happens is you'll rack up the damage to like 60, and then you'll switch to Ivysaur. So when you switch to Ivysaur, Ivysaur is a somewhat of a zoner with your Razor Leafs. But on top of that, you have large hitboxes on up, down, and forward and back air, and neutral air too. She's got one of those Kid Icarus neutral air as well with the multi hits. Down air is busted over the ledge because it's a large hitbox, and the spike hitbox never seems to go away. So it's real easy to snipe people coming back to the ledge if they have slow recoveries or if they have predictable recoveries. And yeah, the recovery is a lot better in this game too because tethers everybody can grab the ledge at the same time, which is good because I know that in older games in Brawl, tether was a death wish. Because if someone was grabbing the ledge, you just couldn't grab it. So GG's. But yeah, this character is a lot better in this one. I don't think people use Bullet Seed as much, which kind of sucks because I feel like I really liked Bullet Seed in Brawl, but it just doesn't seem that good of a move. But who needs it when you have so many ways to kill up off the top with up airs, up smash, up B, or you can go off and try to get these edge guards with down air as well. You also have down throw up B or down throw up air for some easy combo damage. And Ivysaur is actually kind of interchangeable with Squirtle. So like if you don't like playing Squirtle at the beginning of your stocks, just play Ivysaur. She can still do some pretty good combos for good damage off of down throw up airs and things like that. And then of course Charizard, big body Charizard, he's there to live and then try to find a cheeky back air or F tilt for the KO, and then hopefully you just stay on him for a while and get some extra damage on Charizard whilst keeping that stock alive. Now there are some solo Zard players out there too, and I do think this character can be a little nuts. You have a lot of kill power, obviously. Your up smash out of shield is super good. Neutral air is just a good move to be thrown out in general. F tilt and back air are good for good spacing moves and stuff like that. And then you have a pretty decent grab as well. So there's some power into Charizard, but altogether this is a very solid character. Definitely a high tier. Could potentially be top tier, but that depends on how much you put in top tier. Characters kind of falling by the wayside though. I know that a lot of people are like, damn, this character might be the best character in the game near the beginning, but we haven't seen too much of that talk lately. But I do think this character is still good. So if you like Pokemon, just go ahead and play this character. But if you're looking for a character with 3 different styles and you want to kind of mix up your opponent by playing to 3 different styles, then Pokemon Trainer is the character for you. The character's fun as well, so definitely get in there. Diddy Kong will never be good at Smash 4 Diddy Kong or Brawl Diddy Kong, but it's still good because Banana, regardless of what atmosphere we're playing is, Banana is a good projectile. Like, you will not sleep on Banana, bro. It is just, it doesn't matter if it goes away in 2 hits or whatever. The advantage you get from Banana or just having it out on the stage is immense. Also, Peanut Pop Gun is a good projectile as well now in this game. But Diddy Kong, for the most part, is somewhat of a brawler that has a good projectile. Diddy Kong does have to get in there. You'll see them usually get in there with flip, the monkey flip for the chain grab or the kick. They can also dash attack in, neutral air in, and things like that to go ahead and get combos. Down throw works well too. You can get some nice stuff off of that. But for the most part, man, yeah, Diddy Kong's trying to get in your face, trying to mix you up with his tricky movement and stuff like that. And then looking for some decent KOs off of Bananas. Now, Diddy Kong straight KOs are kind of hard to get every now and then. I think that you can go off and try to go for a deep edge guard with with your back air or forward air. But if not, you're most likely be looking for some type of banana setup. You can do down tilt up smash still. You can do banana forward. You can do banana forward smash. You can do banana forward air or banana back air, something like that, to go ahead and get those KOs. But yeah, for the most part, man, Diddy Kong definitely still a solid character. I think one of the things that was lacking for Diddy Kong before, and I'm not sure if this actually got fixed yet, but Diddy Kong's forward air out of shield was a really good option because how quick it is, but it couldn't hit short characters, so then it wasn't that good of an option. And I think they might have tried to like adjust that hitbox a little bit, but I think it still kind of fails against shorter characters. So that kind of sucks for Diddy Kong because he is also a short character who can't fight short characters as well. But in those situations, that's when you kind of step back, get your banana, and then just play around the banana as such. So if you're looking for a character who can be slightly annoying with their projectiles, but also can overwhelm you with their monkey-like prowess, then Diddy Kong is the character for you. Sick character. All right, we're gonna go back to the other side to Lucas. Lucas is an annoying character. I don't know what it is about PK Fire and why it is an unblockable move, but it is. I feel like PK Fire only comes out when you're in the middle of a dash animation you can't stop. That's when PK Fire hits. I feel like that move is just obnoxious, and it's not even as good. I feel like it's not even like the Nest type PK Fire where like you're getting a combo. It's just strong and quick. But jokes aside, this character is pretty decent. You have some pretty good kill power on your throws, but outside of that, you have good kill power on your smash attacks. Down smash over the ledge is very easy to hit. Up smash has invincibility on startup, so sometimes you can kind of power through some stuff and then hit somebody with that, or you can just you can just do it and hope for the best. It's a slow move, but because of that invincibility, it does give it some functionality. S smash is pretty strong, so definitely don't sleep on that as well. You have good combos. You have two spikes. Your magnet actually does some pretty good knockback as well. So yeah, now you have a lot of stuff, and then of course in this game having a Zaire that actually has a hitbox is super nice. Old Lucas did not have a hitbox, so the Zaire was just a visual. But given Lucas' Zaire definitely kind of pushed him up a little bit. That recovery is OD. If you can see Lucas and you can hit that angle correctly, you're going to recover. That man be flying super far as far as his PK Thunder 2. And then of course the snake actually does it is deceptively longer than it looks. When you throw out a Zaire and then when you throw out a Zaire to hit an opponent, and then when you throw out a Zaire to hit the ledge, it's much longer when you're going for the ledge. So yeah, man, Lucas is definitely somewhat of an annoying character for sure. He's a zoner in a way, but he has moves that will get people off of him. Like, you know, you have PK Fire, you have PK Thunder to keep the distance, and PK Thunder is also a good mover off stage as well because it's a multi-hit, so sometimes you can just run it into people and they'll just die because they can't get back. But then when people get onto you, you got down air out of shield, you got neutral air out of shield. Your up air is still pretty good for challenging people coming down, and then of course up smash as well. So yeah, man, pretty good character. I think that if you're looking for a zoner with some decent combos and some good kill power on their smashes, and a really good projectile, then Lucas is the character for you. Sonic. Sonic will always be the issue of feeling like he was supposed to be play aggressive, but being in a game that is not. That rewards more defense than offense, so therefore he ends up being a more defensive character. And Sonic's defense in this game is quite as annoying as you expect. Spin dash is still an annoying move to deal with. He's fast, he's hard to catch, and his homing attack is better in this game as well. So that is an issue as well. His F smash, I don't know if you saw the video, but his F smash literally beats out everything all the time, and it's a large hitbox, and it outspaces swords. It's just I'm not sure why it's like that, but it is. But those are just like the ways that I see Sonic. I think that Sonic may actually be a bad character, but he's just an annoying character, and because you're an annoying character, that makes you a good character in this game. Because yeah, honestly, man, being able to frustrate your opponent in this game is always it's big ups. It's big ups. Being able to frustrate your opponent will always be something that will keep you into a game for a long time, because like no one likes being frustrated. In fact, now that I'm looking at this row, just in general, a lot of this row is just frustrating. This is the frustrating row right here. Lucas, Sonic, King Dedede, Olimar, R.O.B, Toon Link, Villager, Mega Man, Wii Fit Trainer, Rosalina Luma. This is a frustrating fucking row, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, this row just looks like, yeah, we irritating for sure. But yeah, man, it's just a frustrating character, and being in this row, it is something. Well, yeah, I mean, every character in this row can actually be frustrating, but I was talking about mostly off projectiles and whatnot. So, King Dedede. Oh wait, I didn't go back. I gotta go back to Sonic. 1 second. And so, anyway, if you want speed, you gotta go fast. You know, rolling around at the speed of sound. Then play Sonic. Sonic is not an easy character per se, because you do have to play with a decent amount of patience, and if you don't have patience, you're just going to run into people and get destroyed. But if you have the patience to pick and choose your hit and run style of gaming, then Sonic is where it's at. King Dedede is a character that I feel like a lot of people say he sucks, but I don't see it. But then again, I just think I'm not really good against heavies in this game because I'm always disrespecting them, and then I die at 60. So King Dedede has a pretty good projectile, but I do think that I really wish they would have kept Waddles. The Waddles was a funny little thing that they had, and Brawl, but they've since taken those out. But yeah, King Dedede, one of the heaviest characters in the games, and it feels impossible to kill a lot of the times. His up B has super armor on the way up, so you have to watch out for that. You can cancel your RB to grab the ledge as well. You have pretty good, obviously you have pretty good aerials and hitboxes just in general, because you're using a hammer. His F tilt is way far ahead of him. His back air and forward air have some good range too. His back air is good for killing. His up tilt, his up air is good for, you know, sharking and whatnot through the ledge and just with people under you. One of the issues that Dedede does have though is he does not have good aerial momentum, so he can be kind of a sitting duck in the air, but you do have multiple jumps, so therefore you can kind of mix it up. You also have a Gordo that you can put in front of you to try to like thwart the opponent for trying to come out and do anything to you while you are trying to recover. But those are pretty much all the good things he has. He also has obviously a lot of good kill power within up smash, F smash, down smash, dash attack, and back air. All good KO moves. I don't think you have any KO throws, but all your throws do big damage. So if you ever get a throw, that's like a quick 18 off of like forward throw or back throw or something like that. And then on top of that, your ledge trapping is really good with Gordos. You can, if you do the slow bouncing Gordo, it's hard for people to get past. Usually people try to roll past, and then you can just charge and down smash to hit them. But if they try to jump past, you can jump up and hit them as well with your own neutral air or your up air, and just kind of like, it's hard to get off the ledge against them, straight up. Like, King Dedede is just a hard character to get off the ledge for. So if you want a character that never dies and has good ledge trapping and pretty decent hitboxes, Dedede's the character for you. Just know that you are going to be getting juggled a lot once you finally get in disadvantage state, because you are a heavy character who can get comboed to oblivion. But that is kind of the creed of the heavy character. I get comboed and then I kill you at 60. That's just kind of what they do. Olimar in this game is not as good as he once was, but it's still pretty good in this game. You get to pick 3 Pikmin instead of like, what was it, 6 I think in Brawl. That was insane. But yeah, you get three Pikmin. You have a way better recovery in this game though with your little hover thing. But he's still you know, even if he's not like Brawl greatness, he's still pretty annoying. Every Pikmin has a different has different properties, so definitely be wary of that. But mostly what you're looking for, if you want throws, you want the blue Pikmin. If you want heavy hits, you want the purple Pikmin. And if you want a little more stun, you want the yellow Pikmin. The white Pikmin are usually for throwing because of how much damage they do when they're stuck onto you. And I forgot exactly what the red one does, but they're pretty much all solid Pikmin for hits except for the white one. The white one's not going to be killing anything. You just throw that at people so you can get the big damage off the poison. So Olimar, what you will see a lot of from them is early game combos off of their down throws. You'll see a lot of up smash out of shields because that's a godlike move, and it somehow hits behind him too, even though he's throwing it straight up and in front of him. You'll see some tricky recoveries because he can act out of his recovery, but also if you're not holding any Pikmin, you can move a lot better with your emergency Pikmin as well. He has pretty good kill power. He can go off stage to try to go for a KO as well because again his recovery is really good. And yeah, also his whistle will still be able to whistle through things. I feel like I don't really see as much whistling in this game as I've seen in older games, but it does still whistle through things like it did before. So I wouldn't wouldn't say this character's too much of a puppet type character though, because I feel like you're not throwing out your stuff in the way that like Rosalina Luma does. But you are using your Pikmin as your smash attacks and a decent amount of your aerials and things like that. So if you want an annoying character, he's very small with a good kill power, and can be sometimes hard to catch, because not only do people have to deal with trying to catch you, but they have to deal with all the residual damage of Pikmin being stuck on them. So if the trade-off is usually like, all right, am I gonna like let some Pikmin hit me and then try to get a punish on Olimar, or am I gonna hit these Pikmin off and then go in? And then if you go in and miss, then Olimar gets like a free grab or a free attack, and not only are you taking Pikmin damage now, but you're taking Olimar damage as well. So it's a lot of damage being taken in a short amount of time. So if you like a character like that, then Olimar's the character for you. I think this character can be somewhat hard, like when you're jumping into it from jump, if you know nothing about Smash, because you have a lot of management to do. But if you're good at managing things, then I think this character could be for you. I think Lucario might be the first character that I can say is not that good in this game. Like, I feel like I haven't really said too much about most of the characters that we went through, except for maybe like Kirby. But yeah, I just feel like there's something feels like it's missing about Lucario. I think that Lucario, what he does is basically you get your ass beat and then you win. But you have to stay in your ass beat format to really win, because you want max aura, max rage, right? So basically you're always at death percentage with Lucario if you want any chance of like winning. So if you're good at like playing in high intense and high pressure situations, then Lucario could be for you. But I don't know, it just feels like as someone who is like a brawler type, someone who's supposed to go in and scrap, there's better scrappers than him for sure, who don't have to risk getting their ass beat to get these KOs. He does have a good projectile, and if you do end up being at full like rage, your side B covers like a large amount of the stage, as far as the force palm like second part. If you don't actually grab them, that covers a large amount of stage, and it's pretty powerful. Your aura sphere becomes super large too. Your recovery's better, and if you ever counter anything, they'll probably just die anyway. But yeah, I think one of the things that he also lost too is that like his aura sphere hits more times, so you have to react faster to do aura sphere up smash, which is one of the ways that Lucario's got a decent amount of kills before. Lucario has some good KO, or some good combos at the beginning. You can do like down throw, I think forward air, up air, and stuff like that. And he has pretty good arrows just as far as quickness as well. But yeah, as I said, man, this character just, I don't like the idea of having to get my ass beat to win. So therefore, I feel like that's just a weird mechanic to have, especially when you're not a heavy. Like if he was a heavy, it would make more sense to me, because heavies have to do the same thing. They know they're gonna get their ass beat, but then they'll kill you at 60. Lucario can do the same thing. He's gonna get his ass beat, but he can kill you at 60, but he can also die at like 100. So it's not nearly as much of a trade-off as if you're playing Bowser, who can die at like 210 or something, you know. But if you're into that type of game style, where you're the come from behind kid, then hey, play some Lucario. R.O.B is a good character. This character slaps for sure. R.O.Bs have been terrorizing most of Ultimate for quite some time. I've seen a lot of R.O.Bs in the Texas area. I've seen a lot of R.O.Bs in the MDVA area. I've seen a lot of R.O.Bs in Midwest area. I'm sure there's probably some R.O.Bs in SoCal area, NorCal area. But this character's good, man. It is also another zoner who can scrap. His down tilt is super quick. F tilt has some good range on it. Your neutral air is kind of hard to punish because of how it works and how much space it covers. You have like zero deaths basically if you get the right neutral air Z drop top combos. Your top is one of the most annoying projectiles in the game. Laser's still pretty good. Top is good for setting up good edge guards, things like that, or edge traps or ledge traps and stuff like that. And you have good kill power, and now you have a guaranteed kill power too, because down throw berries. So if you're taking too long to KO, just down throw and then up smash, or down throw up air after they pop out the ground, down throw up tilt up air, whatever works for you. The character is good. He has that's pretty good answers for everything. Your recovery is good. You can stall it out too. You can save your jump so you can get that last burst of momentum at the end. Up air is very hard to challenge over you, so if people are trying to challenge you, you throw that upper out, you're most likely going to get through it. With R.O.B, up air also has its own little mix up on DI, depending on which side that you end up on. Yeah, this character's nuts. So yeah, man, if you want a zoner that can scrap, definitely play some R.O.B. I feel like I went through that super quickly because I just like, there's so much, there's not a lot I need to say to tell you that the character's nuts. I feel like he goes stupid, and he's heavy. Oh, and but I think the one bad thing about R.O.B is that he does get combo pretty easily, and his disadvantage state can be pretty ass sometimes. But more often than not, you're not going to be in disadvantage state if you're playing R.O.B correctly anyway. So yeah, Toon Link in my opinion is the worst Link, but that doesn't mean that he's bad. I just think that like all the other Links seem to be able to get more than him, and it sucks. I think they made Toon Link Toon Link still feels like he's playing Brawl, right? Because like everybody else in this game has combos and stuff, but Toon Link doesn't really get combos like that. You know, Toon Link gets like a lot of stray hits, tech chase type deals and things like that. I will say the one good thing that Toon Link does have though is you get that up B as a KO option, so you can kind of just throw that out the ledge, and if someone like stands up into it, they're most likely going to die. That's a good option. Your projectiles are still decently good, but in comparison to the other Links, I feel like his projectiles are a little lackluster. I also think that the smoke effect on his bombs is too much. I appreciate the attention to detail, Sakurai, but like I be getting blind in that bitch. Like I can't see shit. So yeah, man, you got a lot going on for Toon Link as far as like good frame data. It just doesn't feel like it all flows together. Like he does have good frame data for sure. All of his tilts are fast. Your smash attacks are pretty fast. Your aerials are pretty good. It just for some reason feels like it just does not flow together to me. Now, you Toon Link players out there, I'm sure y'all will get into the comments and tell me how it does. But I feel as though it does not flow well to me. So if you want a character that is going to have to win neutral multiple times, but still has some pretty good projectiles, Toon Link could be the character for you. You can get a little cheeky with the setups though, man. As I said, up B does KO. I'm not sure if it KOs in the air, but I know it KOs on the ground for sure. You got to stall then fall. Your aerials are pretty strong if you can get bomb forward air or bomb up air. And then, you know, your smash attacks are pretty good as well. But usually when I think about playing Toon Link, I'm always like, why don't you play Young Link, you know? I still play Toon Link myself because I just like the character. But I'm always kind of like, if you're gonna like really try to main this character, I always think like, why not just play Young Link? But, you know, Toon Link's in the comment. If y'all got some other ideas on what Toon Link is like, go ahead and let me know. Maybe y'all can change my opinion. Wolf. This character's nice. This character's been nice since the beginning of the game. I think wolves have kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit. There's not as many wolves out there, but when you see a wolf, I think they're starting to make a resurgence again because everyone is remembering that back air can kill anyone in this game at like 70. So this character's nice, has good aerial drift, doesn't have a great recovery, but most people in this game who don't have a great recovery still, I feel like a lot of people are afraid to go off like stage to do something about it. But this character's nuts. Like F tilts. Wolf is a sword character. Okay, that's the other thing I meant to say. Wolf is a sword character based off any move that has the effect that is a sword. His F tilt reaches way far ahead of him. His up air, forward air, those have good hitboxes. Up tilt is very strong, deceptively strong. All of his smashes are really good for KOs. Up smash scoops, down smash hits under the ledge, and on top of that is very strong. F smash is super powerful. Back air is super powerful. You have an annoying projectile. Your side B is good for KOs. Your up B can be good for KOs. And this character is just strong. He's strong and he's fast in his own way. It's not like he doesn't have a really fast dash speed, but his initial dash is good, and his aerial drift is good. So therefore, Wolf can still kind of be sticky on top of you, man. Like this character, like I feel like the thing about a lot of the returning characters is that Sakurai had to make sure they were good. Otherwise, there was no reason to make them return because everyone would have been like, why are we playing these returning characters, right? But yeah, man, Wolf can be a little aggressive. I think that laser actually does lead him to being able to zone a bit because it's transcendent, so like it won't like clash with things or just go through them. And he has a good reflector too that doubles. I don't know if it doubles, but it definitely speeds up the projectile back to the opponent. So that's cool as well. So yeah, man, if you want a character with a lot of kill power and some decent combos and can control the neutral pretty well and a pretty good punish game, then Wolf is the character for you. I don't really have too much to say about Villager, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I feel like this character is just not that good in this game. Despite having pretty good gimmicks and still pretty good kill power, I just feel like, I don't know, something about this character is just not clicking as well as it did before. You still have almost all the tools that you had from 4. You still have the tree, you still have the bowling ball, you know, you still have the axe. Once you have the tree out, you still have the tree to sprout as a KO option. You can now bury people and then go for up smash, or bury people, go for F smash. But something about this character just doesn't click all together. So I feel like, and maybe that's not that big of a deal, because again, in this game, being bad in this game usually does not mean it's unwinnable. It just means that, like, you're not really popping off as much as I guess one would expect, you know. You still can recover from anywhere as long as you have both your balloons. If you're recovering very low and someone can go out there and pop your balloons low on the stage, so that can be an issue for you. But for the most part, yeah, Villager just seems a little lackluster in this game in comparison to other zoners, which I think that's probably why he doesn't seem that good, because other zoners seem to be able to do what Villager can do better. Not to say that Villager's not annoying still, because Lloyd Rocket and forward air and back air are still very annoying moves to deal with throughout. But I just think that there's other zoners in this game that will do a better job than he does, such as Mega Man. And the reason why I say Mega Man is a good zoner that can do it better is because Mega Man can also kill relatively easy. Mega Man up B out of shield is good. Mega Man up tilt off of easy, like, you know, confirms is pretty good. The pellets are just annoying to deal with in general. You have a pretty good F smash now. Your saw blade, whatever, I think that's what it's called, whatever it's called. The blade is good. Your leaf shield is annoying to deal with. Your crash bomber can be annoying to deal with, because I feel like a lot of people be forgetting the timing, so they don't know when to block. Your up air will still put people into the skies, and they jump out, they're going to die. Yeah, this character is pretty good. I feel like I struggle against this character a lot because I don't like playing against zoners that like outzone my character who's coming up next, which is something they do. All of the pellets will definitely beat out stuff like Wii Fit Trainer's side B and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. I don't know if this character is better than its Smash 4 counterpart, but I know that this character still goes pretty insane. I think the back air and the back air is usually your KO option. You're just gonna go skydive for it, do a drop zone back air or something like that. Forward air is actually stronger in this game too, so you can KO with it as well. But for the most part, if you're looking for the KO, you're gonna go for a back air off for your aerials. If not an aerial, maybe up tilt, up smash also works as well if you're on the ground. There's some pretty good kill power here for Mega Man, for sure. Can be a somewhat of an annoying character with pellet pressure, and on top of that, your saw blade and then your leaf shield as well, all kind of hard to deal with. So if you want to play a decent zoner, and also if you just have a soft spot for Mega Man, Mega Man's character for you, because I do feel as though he is pretty true to form to his games. So yeah, Wii Fit Trainer, this character's great. This character's got a way better since 4. And I think that I had to explain a lot about this character, because I know that people have been like, everyone always says it's like mini limit whenever she gets her deep breathe, but that's not actually true. It's more so like if she had every piece of Shulk's Minato in like a smaller form, so, or Shulk's art. So like, because you get stronger, you're harder to kill, you do more damage, you're faster, you fall faster, and all that other good stuff like that. And it's all like part of the game plan. Now the thing about Wii Fit Trainer is that she does have decent kill power outside of deep breathe, but deep breathe just makes everything so much better. So honestly, the flowchart is usually try to stay in deep breathe as much as possible. You know, keep your sun salutations up if you want. Throw a lot of soccer balls, because that's an annoying projectile for people to deal with unless they have projectiles that will push it back to you. Her hitboxes are still pretty exact, so that can be an issue when you're playing up against shorter characters like Pikachu and Pichu. But there's a lot of kill power in almost all of her tilts now. Almost all of her tilts. Down tilt kills well, F tilt kills well, backside of F tilt kills well, your back air kills well, all your smashes kill well, your forward air kills well, your up air kills well if you're deep breathe. So this character can be nice, but at the same time, if you are playing against a zoner that zones better than you, if you're playing against a swordy who has good spacing, or if you're playing against a short character that will get under a lot of your attacks, you will have a tough time. I think Wii Fit excels against most heavies in this game. She actually is effectively a little heavier than you would expect her to be. And then with deep breaths, she's even harder to kill. And then, you know, Sun Salutation and her ledge play is super good as well if you like playing on ledge. So if you want a character who can play like both sides of the coin, you can play Rushdown, you can play Zoner. You're most likely gonna play Zoner, but you can't. It is possible to play Rushdown with her. But you'll usually be rushed down after you throw out your soccer ball. But if you want to just play hard zoner too, you can do that as well. The Wii Fit Trainer is the character for you. This is my main. I like this character a lot. There's actually more videos on this channel if you want to see more about Wii Fit. It's a very old video, but it's still pretty relevant. Maybe I'll do another one soon. So yeah. Rosalina and Luma. This is one of the true puppet characters in the game. If not the only true puppet character in the game. Yeah. True puppet character game outside, I guess, Ice Climbers, because you're sometimes kind of controlling Anna in a way. She lost a decent amount of her gimmicks from 4, so because of that, she's not seen as good as she was in 4. In 4, she used to be able to kill people off the top at like 12. She can't really do that anymore in this game, but Luma is still really strong in this game, and there's still some tricks that I feel like Rosalina and Luma are finding out. They have like the Luma drop where they put Luma over the ledge and he like slowly drifts over the ledge, usually with a jab, or they just wait for you to get close, you know, down air or forward air or something like that, or down smash. But yeah, man, it used to be a way better character in 4 for sure as far as the gimmicks. I don't think that she's a bad character in this game, but she does have some glaring flaws. One of the things that for some reason, and I don't know why Sakurai did this with 2 different characters, but Sakurai took 2 canonically having characters, which is Mewtwo and Rosalina and Luma, and then made them light as a feather in this game. And I only know that Rosalina Luma is canonically heavy because if you play any of the Mario Kart games, she's considered heavy. And if you go look at Mewtwo's dex, he's pretty. In fact, I think he's like 200 something pounds or something like that. Here you go, Mewtwo weight 269 pounds. So that's more than Charizard, who is at 200 pounds. So, you know, just not I don't know. I don't know why they decided to do that. That's a very interesting thing to do. But I do think this character still can I feel like this character still can do like some good stuff. I mean, we've seen DeBuzz do some good stuff with this character for sure. I just think that, like, for the most part though, like, there's just missing from that dropping from your form of glory will always be bad for the character, because people will lose one thing and then they'll like go insane about how bad their character is, right? You know, this character still has pretty good kill power, can still go off stage and edge guard like the best of them, because your recovery is good, you can get back to stage. Luma is still very strong and comes back a little faster in this game as well. So there's a lot going for her, but I guess there's also a lot going against her, because she did lose some of her gimmicks, and I think those gimmicks were a large part of why people wanted to play her in the first place. So, but if you like puppet characters, this is the character for you. There's some pretty cool tricks that you can learn about this character too with the puppet stuff, and like I think air dodging and things. You have like a Luma dash or something like that with your air dodge. So if you want to do that, then go ahead and do that. Or if you just like cute white blonde women, there you go. And then lastly, got Lil Mac, the boxing powerhouse of the game. Lil Mac's recovery sucks, unfortunately, but it is a lot better in this game than it is in 4, because he can actually do both of his options now, which is like a really big. That's a big come on. So Lil Mac will usually be the scrub killer, because most people don't know how to deal with repeated smashes and smashes with super armor on them, so that kind of sucks. But outside of that, like, he's very fast on the ground. He's got good tilts. Now, well, yeah, his tilts are amazing, actually. I don't even say good tilts. He has amazing tilts. And honestly, that's all you can really say about it. It's a ground game. You don't have an aerial game. Like, your aerials they're all jokes. The only aerial that you really would use as aerial up B. Yeah, I mean, you can try to use your aerial sometimes, if you're just trying to harass through the platform. But for the most part, like, there's no point in doing that. You should just wait for people to land or up B through the platform if you want. Yeah, there's that mad kill power on him as far as his smash attacks. As far as F tilt, dash attack is a really good dash attack. It's very quick and it covers a lot of area, and it's sometimes hard to punish. Your F smash has 3 different variations, and all 3 of them are good. You know, you have the front one for just max power, you have the down one for big shield damage, and the up one just to send people up as well. But if you want to send people up as well, you can also go for the up smash. Down smash is good for under the ledge. Your counter is pretty good as far as power on it. But yeah, the issue is once you get higher up in I think the issue is once you get higher up in skill level, most people know how to play around Lure Max or play against his weaknesses. And again, his weaknesses are like he does have a shitty recovery. And if you ever get caught countering and it doesn't hit, you're most likely just going to die. Like that's just a game. You also have to know how to recover and try to sweet spot the ledge, because he doesn't actually sweet spot the ledge super easily. So people with disjointed hitboxes usually will be able to chop his hands and just kill him, or like F tilt him and just kill him, and that shit sucks. So yeah, man, if you want a powerhouse that can definitely scrub kill some people, then play Lil Mac. For sure, he has very strong smashes. So if you want to be a C-stick warrior, play Lil Mac, because that's what you can do with your super armor. I think there's one other character that can do that as well. Nah, I think that might be it. I was thinking of who else has super armor on their smash attacks. I think Bowser can sometimes get a little C-stick warrior-y too if you want, but for the most part, yeah, Lil Mac can be a little C-stick warrior-y for sure. I think this character will still always be considered bad because of the recoveries and because of the connotation that most like Mac players are just smashing the C-stick. But again, in this game, I don't think that being bad, unless your character is absolute dog shit, I don't think there's no character in this game that is unusable that I've at least went through yet in the first 2 rows. So maybe we'll find an unusable character in the last few rows, but in the first 2 rows I haven't seen a single unusable character. I think there are some characters that can have some really rough matchups, but I don't think that there's any character that is just like, I cannot believe I lost to. It'd be like, there's no Ganon in Brawl of this game so far. Losing to Ganon in Brawl was like, damn bro, like I really should stop playing this game. But losing to any character in this game is just like, I may not know the matchup or I got frustrated. So yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be the second part of the video. We went from Mewtwo to Little Mac. The third part will be Greninja all the way to Incineroar, because we're gonna save the DLC for a 4th video. But yeah, man, if you have any comments that you like to put in on these characters from Mewtwo to Little Mac, definitely leave them in the video below. If you have any tidbits on the characters that we talked about, definitely leave them in the comments below as well. Leave a like as well. Tell me that you know that you like the video. And I'll see you in the next video when we go through Greninja all the way to Incineroar. Should be a good time. Thanks for watching. Peace!